What is going on YouTube? The Phase 2 banners of the 2.6 patch are here, and with it comes the reruns of both Acheron and Aventurine. Today though, we will be going over an updated build guide for everyone's favorite goth damage monster, Acheron, and why she is still a top tier DPS character in the game. Acheron's kit is very unique in how she builds up her ultimate and increases overall damage. Starting with her basic attack, Acheron deals damage to a single target. However, her skill is where things really start building. Acheron will deal lightning damage to a single target and deal damage to adjacent enemies, while also gaining 1 stack of Slashed Dreams and inflicting 1 stack of Crimson Knot to the main target of the attack. Before talking about her ultimate, we need to discuss her talent. Atop Rain Leaf Hangs Oneness states that once you reach 9 stacks of Slash Dream, you can launch your ultimate, and that during your ultimate, you will reduce the enemy's toughness regardless of weakness type and all type resistance by 20%. Additionally, because the ultimate requires 9 stacks of Slash Dreams, whenever an ally inflicts a debuff on the enemy while using their ability, Acheron gains 1 stack of Slashed Dream and inflict 1 stack of Crimson Knot onto a target. If an ally inflicts debuffs on multiple enemies, then 1 stack of Crimson Knot will be placed on the enemy with the highest amount of Crimson Knot stacks. Another way to gain stacks of Slash Dream is through her talent Red Oni. When Acheron enters battle, you will gain 5 stacks of Slash Dream and apply 5 stacks of Crimson Knot onto the enemy. Now, we need to talk about the best part of Acheron's kit, her ultimate. Once you gain 9 stacks of Slash Dream, you can launch Slashed Dream Cries in Red. You will unleash Rainblade 3 times and Stygian Resurge 1 time, dealing 372% of Acheron's attack to a single target and 300% of her attack to all other targets. Rainblade deals damage equal to 24% of Acheron's attack to a single target and removes 3 stacks of Crimson Knot from the target. When Crimson Knot is removed, deal 15% of Acheron's attack to all enemies. This damage multiplier can be stacked up to a maximum of 60%. Stygian Resurge deals damage equal to 120% of Acheron's attack to all enemies and removes all Crimson Knot. To help further boost her damage, Acheron has 2 more traces. The Abyss will increase Acheron's damage through her basic skill and ultimate by 115% or 160%, depending if you have 1 or 2 other Nihility characters on the same team. Thunder Core says while in your ultimate, when Rainblade hits an enemy with Crimson Knot, the damage dealt by Acheron increases by 30%, stacking 3 times, and lasting 3 turns, and when Stygian triggers, additionally deals damage 6 times, each time dealing 25% of Acheron's attack, and this damage is considered as ultimate damage. Before I go over relics and ornaments, I believe the harder aspect of Acheron's build to discuss is the Lightcones. Normally for your average DPS character, you will have a few options in either the Destruction or Hunt variants. But because Acheron is Nihility, it limits her options tremendously. Saying that, I believe you only have 2 viable options when it comes to the 5-star. By far the best option is her signature, as it not only provides crit damage, but the wearer inflicts a debuff called Mirage Fizzle, which causes the target with Mirage Fizzle to take increased damage from the ultimate. The only other 5-star to consider will be Zhao Q's Lightcone, as while it provides an increase to effective hit rate, which Acheron doesn't really care for, it does however inflict a debuff called Unarmored onto the target, and then the target with Unarmored receives more damage, and also inflicted with Cornered if the enemy has a dot state, which further increases damage taken. But all other options don't stack up to Acheron's signature. For the 4-star options, the choices are even worse, as the only ones I'm going to recommend would be Boundless Choir or before the tutorial mission starts. For the relics and ornaments, here is where the options are very straightforward. The clear best option is the Pioneer Diver and Deep Water set. Not only will your damage increase against debuff enemies massively when they have a few debuffs, but your crit rate increases, which along with her crit damage are the main aspects of Acheron's kit you want to increase. The other set to try to keep an eye out on or to try and build good, determining if you have Jiao Q or not, would be the Scholar Lost in Erudition. And contrary to the name, works great with Acheron as it not only provides crit rate, but provides a flat 20% damage boost for her skill and ultimate. Regarding the ornament sets, the clear-cut best option is the Uzuma set, as it not only increases attack by 12%, but if you have at least one other character who is of the Nihility path, your crit rate increases by 12%. The two other options to consider would be either the Rutilant Arena or the Inner Salsado, but they are both lagging behind the Izuma set tremendously.